this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Portugal are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Ødegaard. Bellingham.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence...
Great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Ødegaard plays it short. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Gullit. Wirtz. And it's Gullit. Tries to play it through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's found a way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Deflected behind for a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Gravenberg. Yamal. Oh, that's neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lahm tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Crosses it in. Cleared without hesitation. Here comes the corner. Portugal have their third corner. Oh, good effort! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Ended up in no man's land. Yamal and Gravenberg. And Yamal, and it's Ødegaard. He's picked his way through. Can he find the finish? Deftly away. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Portugal finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Caros espectadores, pedimos que, para a vossa segurança, permaneçam sentados durante o desenrolar do jogo. Obrigado pela vossa cooperação.
The second period is on the way.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. just looked a step too slow on everything.
And here's Bellingham. Odegaard. And here's Vinicius Junior. That's good play. Rooney defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That's good vision. And that is expertly dealt with. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Odegaard. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Yamal. He'll try from distance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. He's found space here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Punched away. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Van Dijk. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Portugal get their fourth corner. Bellingham with the clearance.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
So Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
That is good strength. That's tidy. Quick look, then plays it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And they can counter here. Driving forward. Gravenberg. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Van Dijk with a fine tackle. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And here's Odegaard. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Germany clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a chance, surely! Oh, good finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It's truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 5.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Germany are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Número 18, número 20, número 12. Vamos obrigar a uma substituição.
Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Eze might just make this. Now it's Gordon. Rafinha. That has not gone well. Eze. Now it's Eze. Lovely bit of skill. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And here's Dembele. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kvaratskhelia. A header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kvaratskhelia with the delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that will be the final act. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So straight into the action. Bellingham. That is lovely. Oh, well played, plenty of numbers back. And now the breakaway. Looking for the run. And he cuts out the supply. Now this could be a chance. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets.
Ibrahimovic! Gravenberg. First quarter of an hour gone. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Lovely feet. Shot at goal! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Germany have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
DiMarco powering forward here. Shot could be on. Brilliantly cut out. Gravenberg. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Can he finish? And a neat finish. They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Germany are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he shoots! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Aimed beyond the defence. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Ødegaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's Vinicius Junior. Ødegaard. Portugal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. That's a little off target. It's anyone's ball now. That is good strength. He's free, he has chance for a shot! And again! And that's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Germany are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Pelé. Big chance! Cleared without hesitation. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Pull it. It's Pelé! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the... And that is all they have time for. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're off again.
Portugal really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Pull it. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. This is a promising build-up. Mendes looking to hit the byline here. Very nicely done. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Mbappe. Oh, nice touch. Now, can he find a shapes to shoot? Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Showing good feet. Now it's Ødegaard. And a chance! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Ødegaard with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's beautifully weighted. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's Bellingham. Pullet does really well to win the ball there. Nicely weighted ball. And he was alert to it. Nuno Mendes. And Munoz. And it's Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. Oh, sweet feet. And here's Bellingham. That's tidy. Gravenberg. Oh, this is a great position. Oh, super ball. And they're quick to get it back. Bellingham! It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Oh, beautiful. And that's it.
Lamento informar, mas tudo aponta para que haja um grande engarrafamento nos acessos que circundam o estádio logo após o apito final.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. He is through here! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Ødegaard showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Chouameni. McTominay. Lam is always looking to play quality balls.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Very nicely done. And it's Chouameni. And it's McTominay. Now it's McTominay. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And here's the chance to counter. Munoz. Now Ødegaard. Gravenberch. And Jamal. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bellingham. Gravenberch. Ødegaard. And here's Jamal. That's tidy. He's got away. Jamal! And he thumps it clear. Mendes is the guilty party there. Figo. And it's Lam. Looking for options for movement. Ball in towards the middle. And the keeper beats it away. Knocks it out wide. And he's quick to return it. McTominay! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mendes getting this one clear. Chow. Now Van Dijk. Nice looking ball. And he was alert to it. Gravenberch. That's a sharp pass. Little pass back. Passing nice and neat. And it's Gravenberch. And here's Vinicius Junior. And he's Vinicius Junior! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, can he get onto this? So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Chouameni, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe, now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Ødegaard. Now Ødegaard. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, easy pickings there. Yamal goes for a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Germany really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
This possibly the last play of the half. Ødegaard goes short. Now it's Ødegaard. And here's Mbappe. Oh, shooting chance! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side has found a way through yet.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're off again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Thiaw, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I just think, though, that was selfish and a little uncalled for him. He must have been aware that he had options to his left.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Vinicius Junior. McTominay. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Figo under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Portugal are looking to break at pace.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Portugal have their second corner now. Figo with the short one. That's good play. Germany are looking to go forward now. McTominay looking for the run, and this is Hullet. Figo, now here's the delivery. Portugal could try it again now. Portugal have their third corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's neat. Stood up well to him there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And this is Ibrahimovic. Lovely bit of skill. It's Ibrahimovic! They've got to be quick to recover this. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Bellingham. Portugal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh no, this does not look... Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substituição para Portugal.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Número 5. Número 14. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 6. Número 22. Número 10. Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Bigo plays it short. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's very neat. And it's Van Dijk. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Delivery from... He's rising! And he hits the net! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Thiaw can clear it away. And they win it back again.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Germany needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And this is... And the finish! It's in! 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the referee brings it to a close. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Good enough in the eyes of their people. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Vinicius Junior! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's cut it out. Tchouaméni can clear it away. Munoz wriggles his way through. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's in a great position here. Schlotterbeck, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Portugal have traditionally produced wide men of great flair, and Luis Figo is one of their finest.
Without question.
Yeah, he doesn't have explosive pace to call upon, so he's become a master of dropping the shoulder and making those slalom-like movements to progress.
Lahm. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
McTominay. Portugal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's made its way to him. Space for him to turn and look. And that's been drilled in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Bullet is the team's great visionary. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Munoz. Now Ødegaard. Good running, strong and purposeful. Good pressure, determined, intense. Schlotterbeck. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. Now it's Pelé. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's McTominay. And here's Ibrahimovic. Decent chance! No, not quite. And he cuts out the supply. Pass somewhat off target. And it's McTominay. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Short changes him with that pass. And it's Bellingham. It's a good run he's making out on the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, super ball. And the shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Thiaw. Ibrahimovic might just make this. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's a decent clearance. McTominay. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Yamal. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, such a clever touch. He's had a shot! And he can thump it away. Figo. McTominay. Portugal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Mbappe. And he's quick to return it. Yamal. Played out wide. Oh, that's neat. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard running with intent.
Well, he's...
And we've reached half-time. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Lahm. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Van Dijk. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ødegaard. Gravenberch. Now Mbappe. Ødegaard. Gravenberch. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
This looks promising. Figo finding himself in space. Bellingham.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Figo being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent.
Bullet! Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. McTominay. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And it's Hullet. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And Thiaw. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has found a way through. That's destined for the flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Bellingham. Nuno Mendes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ødegaard. Pele.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Gravenberch. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. And he's found a way past.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He might be in here. And here's Hullet. Nice defending, it's got the job done.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Pele, Portugal are looking to break at pace. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
And it's Lam. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And that's gone loose.
Oh, sweet feet.
Well, they've got plenty back, they can deal with that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's having a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Well, would you believe that? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Germany are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So we have movement on both benches. Germany look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done. Germany nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Portugal could still be playing, Peter, and probably still be trying to score. It might just be causing some edginess to the camp.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're up and running then. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. And they can counter here. Munoz makes a move down the right. Eto'o gets into a good position. Oh, super ball! Very nicely done. Chouameni. He's chosen to go back. Oh, important interception. Bellingham. Mbappe. And here's Ødegaard. Oh, that's a fine interception. Portugal controlling the possession in this early phase. Konate. And Jamal. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ibrahimovic is herring after that one. And it's Gullit. Gullit is the team's great visionary.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Impressive jump! Goal! Portugal! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Ødegaard. It's a threatening ball. Oh, it's come loose. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Eto'o, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Portugal are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
McTominay. And it's Gullit. Portugal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Well, they can break here. Jamal. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Gravenberg. Ødegaard. Tries to play it. Great chance! Mbappe! Irrepressible! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Germany are all square.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's tried his... Oh, he's been caught napping! Lovely bit of skill. Xiao did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, if you dwell on it for that long, that's what happens.
And here's Eto'o. Vinicius Junior. And Jamal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. The second half then, just getting going. Jamal. Lam gets across and deals with it. Oh, there's a probing ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Eto'o makes a dash for it. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's going across goal. Mendes clears it away. Nuno Mendes. And it's Ødegaard. Gravenberg. Now Ødegaard. And it's Bellingham. Opts for safety. And he's quick to return it. Nuno Mendes. Oh, nice touch. Portugal claim it back to much approval. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. Van Dijk. Hugo under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get it.
And the shot! Gravenberg. And Jamal. Munoz. And Jamal. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's found a way through. Shot a goal! Goal! Portugal! And they're back in front. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And he shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ødegaard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Ødegaard goes short. He is just caressing the ball. Now it's Jamal. He's had a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Germany have their second corner now. Ødegaard plays it short. Out of play for a throw. Schlotterbeck. That's been drilled forward. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Ødegaard. Oh, this looks sharp. McTominay. And it's Hullet. And he's managed to get free. Looking to play him in. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hullet. And he's played it back. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Gordon running with intent. That's gone for a throw-in.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 8.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Número 6.
Gravenberg.
Proceder-se a uma substituição.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Gordon. Nicely weighted ball. And he was alert to it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Short changes him with that pass. Eto'o. And it's Hullet. Crunching tackle.
Welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Gordon. Looking for a corner.
Substituição para Portugal.
Germany have their third corner.
Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 22.
Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Eto'o.
This is the time you need that pace.
That is good alertness. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And it's Mendes. Mendes proves just a little bit too strong.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. No, he's not getting his way this time. Gravenberg. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Bruno Guimaraes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Eto'o. Spread out to the left. Spread neatly. Oh, that's nice. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Philip Lahm, Jim Beglin, one of the greatest. He leaps for it! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So, a breakthrough already. Yamal. That's a sharp pass. And Gravenberg. Ødegaard. Great vision. Chouameni. Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's McTominay. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chouameni. And it's Lahm. Schlotterbeck. Now he's got space here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pinches it off him. And he's managed to get free. Munoz, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Yamal. Oh, that's neat. And that is expertly dealt with. Portugal are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
Mbappe. Figo. Salam. What a throw in. And it's Bellingham. Gravenberg. That is ended up in no man's land. McTominay.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, good effort! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Yamal. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Van Dijk. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Xiao. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Great defending, strong and determined. Yamal threads one in. This looks promising. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Pullet did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot! It's in! A goal at a really telling moment. That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And it's half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Portugal are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. We're already back up and running after half-time. Ødegaard. Played back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
He's cut it out. And here's Vinicius Junior. Well, they've got it again. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Ødegaard, and it's Munoz. Plays the return pass. And Gravenberg. Ødegaard does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And the return pass. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, super ball! And that is masterful defending.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And here's Mbappe. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Vigo under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Gullit picks it up out wide. Lahm. That's going wide left. Lahm finding himself in space. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Bellingham. Chance here to counter. Mbappe running with intent. And that has left him in a heap. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14.
So we have movement on both benches.
Vão dar os seus lugares a
Just about up to 75 minutes.
Número 6.
Oh, that's nice. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's good running with the ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Gordon.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Eze. Vigo providing an outlet on that flank. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Gives it back. Spread out to the left. Lahm. Aimed at the far side. They want to be quick to recover this. And that has earned a reprieve for the time. Shoots!
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Munoz. Gravenberg. And it's Mendes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Very much into the last knockings.
Germany really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That's good play. Musiala. Eze. That is good progress on the left.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de compensação.
Looking to play him in. Eto'o gets into a good position. Eze has it out wide and in space. Eze. Oh, this is a terrific run. And we're done. Portugal can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Ibrahimovic claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Now it's McTominay. And it's Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That's a nicely shaped ball. And a header! Goal, Germany! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Munoz. Mbappe. Yamal. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's made its way to him. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Well read, and the danger is averted. Munoz. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And it's Mendes.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Very nicely done. That is good progress on the left. Cross needs to be... It's rising! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Germany are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say...
Oh, great leap! And that's in! A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Portugal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Schlotterbeck. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. It's a promising position. Bigo going face-to-face with his great rival.
Wow, look who's involved.
Bigo making good progress on the right-hand side. Now McTominay. And it's Tchouaméni. Mbappe. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Ibrahimovic. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Great defending, strong and determined. Bullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Portugal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe gets into a good position. Oh, nice touch. Opts to play it back. Yamal. It's a threatening ball. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bullet. That looks a good ball through. He might be in here. McTominay! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
McTominay really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vinicius Junior.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Ibrahimovic gets on his bike and on the move. Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? Again, a brilliant save. And that signals the end of the first period. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we are back on the way.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. Vinicius Junior charging for... Big chance! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Tchouaméni. And he's in on goal! It's Eto'o! Oh, it's coming... Oh, what has happened here? And it's McTominay. Yamal. Mbappe. Gravenberg. Now it's Bellingham. And Mendes. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Vigo being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Xiao tries to pass it through. Cross to the back post. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Ibrahimovic. And he's intervened well there. Mendes, who's set up one goal so far. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, this looks sharp. Eto'o going after that. Nuno Mendes. Mendes getting forward. Bellingham has it out wide and in space. Vinicius Junior, he is onto this. Takes a shot! Konate cuts it out. Nuno Mendes. Pull it. And it's Lam. Looking to play him in. Can he get onto this? It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 14. Número
So
8.
changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Vão dar os seus lugares
It's turning into quite a gem,
Número
this.
22.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Looking for options for movement. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. And here's Gordon. Oh, strongly challenged there. Eze. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. That's a pretty loose pass. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy.
Eze! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's tidy. And they've been given a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the shot! Goal! Portugal! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
And he was quick to react. And it's Dembele. Now it's Gordon. Dembele! Van Dijk attempts a clearance. And they're quick to get it back. And here's Gordon. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, this is a great position. And he can thump it away. And that will be it. Portugal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Ibrahimovic, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Yeah, simply a combination of one team refusing to be beaten no matter what, and another not quite able to kill off their opponents. But it made for great viewing.